So I've known John for about 15 years, and he's very passionate about cars just as I am. He loves the history, he loves the intricate details, making sure that those details make it to the next generation so that they can enjoy the cars the same way that him and I are. That type of passion is very rare. So to be involved in this, it's truly a dream come true.
Now I'm either quite smart or I'm quite a crazy person putting 17-year-olds in a Formula One car. We had Luke Allen, who's 17 in the car. We had Jordan Dempsey, who's 19, and we had James Rowe in the car as well. Then we had this girl, 26-year-old Nicole Drought, and she absolutely killed it. And the emotion of these young people was absolutely fantastic. They were really, really appreciative of the opportunity, and to be able to give them that experience was fantastic. Nicole Drought is an absolute inspiration for young girls. There's another organisation over here called Formula Female, which is getting young girls into karting, Ginettas and smaller displacement cars. We're a big supporter of that. And for me, being Irish and being able to give back is really, really important, especially with the leukemia, to be able to say you can do it. There's a competition called F1 in schools. You make a little model car which is CO2 powered, and the students have to do the aerodynamics, business plan, they got to raise the sponsorship, the whole 9 yards. And I got an email one night from this little school in Galway, and they said, Mr. Campion, we're looking for a bit of sponsorship. And I sent them back, what do you need? And they came second in the world. So all these kids came to see me and they all had their CJJ swag on, and they're saying what it meant to them. So they're off to Abu Dhabi in November for the World Championship, and look, win, lose or draw, they're there. So I'm more connected with Ireland than I've ever been. I look forward to coming over here, I look forward to talking to people. So Motorsports brought me back to Ireland.
Ben told me that we were going to put some young drivers in the car, and I was excited about that because I think it's important to give young drivers a chance, in something like this that they normally wouldn't get a chance. And also it gives them a perspective of what Formula One used to be like and how it's progressed, and give them some sense of history. So there was a lot of things combining to make this a really special trip.
If you told me 5 years ago that 5 years down the line I'd be back in Ireland with CJJ Motorsports, Derek Daly and the Guinness Formula One car, I would have genuinely laughed at you. I was saying, you're kidding, it's not possible. So only for John and CJJ Motorsport certainly wouldn't be where I am or be the person that I am. I wouldn't laugh now if you told me that 5 years now we'll be in IndyCar winning races. I really truly believe that with the right people, I have them, and the right resources which we can get, we'll be there. And that's how much I believe in this whole process, and I think it would just be a true testament to John and Team Ireland to get one guy to that point. This whole experience has been just kind of a dream come true from a young Irish driver's perspective, due to the fact that it's a Formula One car sponsored by Guinness and driven by Derek Daly. There's a lot of little sentimental values. The fact that was the first Formula One car I ever driven. So to drive that car this weekend at my home track, the track that I grew up at, really being here with John after all he's been through over the last 8 months made it more special again.
There's a generation that know Derek Daly, but let's face it, the 18-year-olds, they weren't around when I was in Formula One. But to see them arrive, to want to see the racing car and then make the connection, to see the school kids in the F1 in Schools program come and say, hey, we're sponsored by CJJ Motorsports. It makes you understand that what we did all these years ago can still have such an impression upon young minds today. All these years later, you can still look around the garage and look down the pit lane and see hundreds of people. They get an impression of today, they will tell somebody else, so the ripple effect and the potential good that it can do for years to come could have all happened this weekend.